Well, it's official. I'm the palest person in South Florida. I didn't even enter a contest or anything. Just some mean girls at the beach handed me a certificate. My dermatologist was worried about me moving down here. He prescribed me the strongest SPF he could. I think it's just called fire retardant. I'm not meant to be in places like Florida. My ancestors are from Ireland. I'm meant to be in places with good sun protection, like bars or prison. Valentine's Day was just a couple weeks ago. That can be a tough holiday for a lot of people. I mean, who could be more depressed than a single person on Valentine's Day? Well, maybe an orphan on Mother's Day. A stripper on Father's Day. And Hillary Clinton on President's Day. But whatever your politics, Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris becoming the first women to secure the presidential nomination of a major party reminds me that my gender can't stand between me and my dreams. Only my fine arts degree and tendency to procrastinate can do that. I do have a fine arts degree in dance, which, unlike math, comes in handy almost every day. I did get to dance professionally for 10 years, though. I never made it to Broadway, but I didn't end up in a strip club either, so I'm counting that as a win. I actually got to dance in the production shows on board cruise ships for a long time, which was really fun, and I miss it. And now that I'm a retired dancer, it's really hard for me to be a stay-at-home mom, because I don't have any kids or a husband, so I have to work. But work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. That's a phrase I like to use as sort of a euphemism for I drink at work. I do have a boyfriend. We've been together for a couple years. We don't have any plans to get married anytime soon, but in all fairness, I knew from the beginning he had a fear of commitment because he doesn't have any tattoos. Well, I guess it's just easier for people with tattoos to get married and have kids because they're used to making mistakes they'll regret. So I actually quit drinking alcohol on October 23rd. That's not the interesting part, though. The interesting part is what I was doing on October 22nd. And without going into too much detail, mostly because I was advised not to by my legal counsel, I guess I can share with you this. Well, you know how there are certain things that are just more fun when you're drunk, like football games, weddings, jury duty? Maybe I should put it this way. You know that old adage? I'm sure you've all heard it. You know that old adage, you're not a true Floridian until you've been kicked out of a Flanagan's. Yeah. I just realized that drinking alcohol was no longer serving me. Well, the bartenders in town would no longer serve me. I guess I got a little too into wine when I was drinking. I just thought it was really sophisticated. So I was trying to learn more about wine, particularly wine pairings. And I discovered that a nice, full-bodied red pairs very nicely with my self-loathing and shattered dreams. Whereas I find white wines pair better with Vicodin. I guess I'm trying to break generational patterns. In my family, I come from a long line of drinkers. So I guess you could say in more ways than one, alcohol's in our blood. Yeah. I don't use the term alcoholic. I never liked labels, unless they were on a bottle of wine. I don't think the term alcoholic really applies to me. I never had a problem with my drinking. Other people may have had a problem with my drinking. My third grade teacher certainly had a problem with my drinking. But there are certain friends you can always count on to tell you the truth. My friends started calling me Amy Winehouse. And it's not because I've sold over 30 million records worldwide. But you gotta give it to them. There really is no better nickname for your wine-loving friend named Amy, who will likely one day drink herself to death. When I quit drinking, none of my friends were like, oh no, why? Everyone was more like, oh, that's good to hear, actually. I quit drinking for the health benefits, and because it was court-ordered. I'm just kidding. I haven't noticed any health benefits. Sobriety doesn't automatically solve all your problems. Since I quit drinking, I still haven't lost any weight. But it's also been a while since I peed in an Uber. So, but I've actually gained weight since I quit drinking. I gave up alcohol. I didn't give up sugar. I'm not a complete psycho. But it's like I always say, you can change the amount of wine you drink, but you can't change the way the mean girls treated you in junior high. And that's why there's cake. And so many episodes of Dateline. But in all seriousness, I am in extremely good shape for the amount of cheese I eat. So I decided to quit drinking. I just thought it would be better for me to feel awkward at parties from now on. So now I go to a lot fewer parties. Well, I'm invited to a lot fewer parties. I still feel self-conscious not holding a beer. I feel like I need to explain to everyone why I'm not drinking, but I've come to realize most people don't even care I'm not drinking. In fact, the people at the DMV seemed relieved. But I feel better, I look better, people are trusting me to watch their dogs again. And a lot changes when you quit drinking. My dating app profiles needed to be completely rewritten. When I was drinking, my hobbies included chain smoking and having sex with strangers. Now, I'm an AMC Stubs Rewards member. But I never thought I'd be able to come up here and say, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I always thought it'd be more likely for me to come up here to ask if anyone has a kidney I could have. It's great not being hungover anymore. It's been a while since I've had to lie in bed all day due to a hangover. Now, when I get to lie in bed all day, it's simply due to my crippling anxiety. But I do miss going out to dinner and ordering a bottle of wine. My favorites were always Chiantis, Barolos, Super Tuscans. I guess I like my wine like I like my men. Medium-bodied and mostly Italian. Finely aged and filled with 12% alcohol. Bold with a nice mouthfeel. Dry and a little fruity. All right. And I've learned that men are a lot like wine. It may be inconvenient, but you really should let them breathe. For their own good, it's best to keep them locked in a dark cellar. And if you're not careful, the white ones will give you a headache. I'll leave you with this. I got sober because I wanted a better life. I stay sober because my parole officer demands it. Thanks, everyone.